Thank you very much, everybody. Today is a day of reflection, it's a day of mourning, but it's also a day of celebration of the life of a comrade, a true friend, a loyalist, and a kidder. Her death came as a shock to all of us because Sherry had always been full of life, very lively. We know that in the past she had been ill, but her strong character had helped her to defeat that illness. And normally everybody gets just one such test in life. Unfortunately, it's God's will that He tested her again a second time. And this time, it was time for her to go home. Her death came as a shock to all of us because it had come at a time of heightened political activity. We were faced with the Asinov by-elections. What she had to do, she did. And then she left, only to answer God's call. I want to thank you for patiently waiting for me to get here. I just arrived from a tour of North America, and I bring you greetings from all your comrades in the diaspora. And they say to tell you that they are standing solidly behind you in preparation for election 2024. And so know that they are with you in spirit, they are with you physically and materially. When we got to Chicago, from the airport we drove straight to an event. And that event was a memorial service for Sherry. Her daughter was there, her daughter's husband was there, and the coffin was there, the body was there. And we filed past, and we sat, and a service was held, after which the coffin was closed. And so we got our opportunity to pay our respects to her. And it is my hope that we will all take a cue from the life of this great woman. I've known her since I was a member of parliament, and we had a very great friendship. But we drew closer when I was nominated the vice president, the running mate to Professor Mills. And she grew closer to my wife, Lodina, and so Lodina says I should extend her condolences to the whole NDC family and to Sherry's family. Because Lodina was a political neophyte. She had absolutely no knowledge of politics. And so it was Sherry who took her under her arm. And so everything she is today, during her days as second lady and as first lady, and even as the wife of a former president, Sherry plays a very important role in that. For me, she was a mover and a shaker, a doer. And so I sent her to places where we needed things sorted out. I sent her to places where there were challenges. And that's why I moved her from health to fisheries, because there were a lot of problems in the fisheries sector. At first, she was reluctant to go. And I asked her to sleep over it for a few days and come back to me. She came back and said, Mr. President, how can I refuse? I will do it. And she turned out to be one of our best ministers of fishery and aquaculture in Ghana's history. Sherry was courageous and bold, and she was frank, and she would speak her mind to her comrades. She will forever live in our memory. But the timing of her death is still shocking to us, because she was gearing up for the battle of 2024. Unfortunately, she'll be a spectator up in heaven praying for us. But that means those of us who are the soldiers on the battleground must take up the space she would have taken in this battle of 2024. Let us work together. Let us unite as one body, and let's do everything in her memory, so that when we have achieved victory, we can dedicate it to the memory of people like Sherry Ayittey. May God grant her soul peaceful repose. And I send my sincere condolences to Negis, her daughter, who she loved so much, Nagash, her husband, and her family. I say, "Oh, Damri Fedwe, may she rest in peace." Thank you very much.